This is Jewell Loyd. Most of you guys know me as a WNBA champion, an Olympian, college dropout, but let's add storyteller to that list. I'm bringing my amazing community, my experiences to you and everyone across the world. Welcome to The Warehouse.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Warehouse. I'm Danny. This is Jewell. And we're back, actually, with the legend. I don't know how he got here. Steve,
the icon.
The Godfather.
The Godfather of The Warehouse.
The Godfather of The Warehouse.
The one and only.
The Capo, the Don.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
So, season underway. Got a big game coming up. Obviously, you're in a new destination. A little drier than what Seattle was.
Yes.
Vegas, baby. Vegas, baby. So, facing your former team, we've seen it in the greats and a lot of different basketball players too. There's always been the LeBron going back to Cleveland. Yeah. There's the Kevin Durant going back to OKC or anything like that. So, for your perspective and everything, it's a little bit different. Take us through what you're going to be feeling when you're walking in the Emerald City.
I think to understand my feelings and emotions being back in Seattle, we'd have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Well, yeah.
Way back.
You basically went from college kid to full-on adult.
In 2 weeks.
Literally.
2 weeks.
10 years seems like a blink of an eye.
No, legit. I think... So, I don't think I've ever fully told the full story of me making the decision. I know we talked last time, I called Steve and whatever,
yeah.
But to get to that point, I already knew I was going to leave college early.
Yeah.
Before I even got to Notre Dame, that was my mindset. And the reason why is because in high school, I was able to practice with the Chicago Sky. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So high school kid, we knew Michael, and he was like, hey, if you and your brother want to come by, when you were looking for practice people, do you want to practice with us? And I was like, sure. So
Damn.
For all of high school and then the summer of college too, I was working out with them. And so I was like, okay, I think I could hold my own. I was able to do something there.
Yeah.
And I saw the lifestyle and I was like, I think I want to do this. So I remember going to telling...
you were killing them. You were killing the Chicago Sky and you were in high school.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's a fact.
It's a fact. It's a
Okay.
fact. It's a fact.
Wait, hold on. How bad was it?
She was dropping 30.
In pickup.
They would have
They
games.
ran 3-on-3, 5-on-5.
They kept stats.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're talking, Jewell, how old are you?
15, 14.
16,
And
16,
how old?
17, 18.
And you're playing against the big dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was really like that.
It was like that. It was awesome.
I mean,
What were you?
I don't know. It was just I was able to just play and hoop.
Yeah.
My
Really?
brother was there early on. He was like, I know what you could do, kind of just give me confidence to play with them and just seeing everything. I'm like, I think I could do this. And I always used to come home after the practices and be like, if I just get a little stronger, it's a wrap. If I get a little bit smarter, a little taller,
Yeah.
all these things, I'm right. I feel like
You're
I'm
right
getting
there.
better every single time. And I think in general, when you play with really good players, you are going to get better.
Yeah.
You have no choice but to get better.
Definitely.
So seeing that and understanding this is what I want to do. After I quit tennis, I was
Yeah.
all right, Jared, let's
After you
lock
put
in.
the racket down.
Yeah, after I made my dad hate me for 2 weeks, I got home and I was like, hey, Jared, what are the rules? Is it one and done in the league? What's all this? I don't really know anything really about the ins and outs of the WNBA. And so my brother, we'll talk about him, but he's like a computer. Okay, I always call him Mr. Rogers with Nikes, but he's a computer at the same time. He's very, him.
I can't wait till we talk to Jared on this. Me talking to Jared, it's I have to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's, cross
Yes.
my T's, dot my I's.
Yes.
This guy is literally I call him the Terminator.
Oh, 100%.
That's T1000 right there.
Man, he's just so structured in everything and just knows. So I'm like, there's a problem I don't know or the details I don't know. I'm like, Jared,
Talk to
figure
Jared.
this out. And he literally 2 seconds later, here's a whole paragraph. I'm like, all right, I need dumb this down for me and then let's talk about it as if
So
I'm a
sick.
kid, please. So right?
It's true.
Yeah. So then I go home. Jared looks up all the rules and he's like, well, you have to be 21 in that upcoming year. But besides that, I think you're pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm actually old for my class. So
Okay.
it worked out that once I turned 21, I was still in college and I could go into that draft year. So I kind of knew okay, this is always going to be an option. And I remember my brother printing it out, all the forms and put it into this folder. And he just kept it. He's like, all right, like whenever you're ready, like I'll just keep it here. So college goes on, and we talk about the warehouse, and like the community at the warehouse is just so embracive. Like it's like home. I never felt out of place there. Super safe. All these things. When I got to Notre Dame, I didn't feel that way.
Damn,
I felt like so like isolated. Like I felt like no one looked like me. No one like understood my mindset. Like it's just a different thing. And I mean, basketball wise, I played great. Like I had a great time. Things like that. Things happened, but the culture wise didn't fit what I was used to. I just felt like I don't know, like not myself.
So how often were you getting calls from Jewell talking about like her kind of, in a sense, problems? Like
I never
Steve,
did.
I need you here. Like,
no,
was it like that?
Nah, we just talked hoops usually.
Okay.
Like I wasn't in that side of it really.
No, not yet.
I wasn't really like, yeah.
I mean, even I'm thinking like I don't think I even told like after my first year, I win freshman of the year. Like we win the Big East conference, like you said, was unbelievable. It was like the hardest conference I've ever played in. It was by far just insane. But I had a good year there. Like, and I call my mom after season. I'm like, I want to transfer. She's like, no, like you're not transferring. Like you're freshman. Like you need to go there. Like totally fine. And I'm like telling you, like I want to transfer. Like I just don't like it here. Like everything. And I think with that too, like I'm a kid who is Black. I'm dyslexic, I'm gay, I'm not Catholic, and I'm going to the school that's so traditional. Like, what the fuck am I thinking? Right? Like, how did this happen? Like, why did I go to this school? Right? Like, it makes like, no sense at all, right? So I'm just like, whoa, like, this is just not, I just can't do it, right? So then I go back second year. We have a great year, basketball-wise, cool, whatever. Same thing off the court, like, haven't found, like, my people, And I think some of that, too, I think I was just so prepared for like the pros too, that my mindset was just so different. How I was training, how I was going about everything. Like I was in the gym, like we'll have practice at like 2:45. Like I'll get out of class at 1. I'll run like 2 miles. I will bike 3 miles. I will get up 500 shots before practice and then go practice. Then I'll go to, go to lunch or dinner. My one friend was the practice player, John. He's my rock. Like we shot all the time. So then we'll go have dinner, go do my homework. After that, come back and hoop from like 10 to like midnight. Just play one-on-one all the time.
So you were already on that pro schedule,
man. I was
in college and at 18 years old, basically.
Yeah, like that was just my schedule, and I just found like the one place of like peace was the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were down in the basement of a gym that kind of reminded me of the warehouse. Like it was dark, dungeon. Like no Wi-Fi, no signal down there. Just all you have is like the music that you download on your iPad, right? Like all these things and like nothing else. So
I remember that place.
Yeah.
Because Ruth, when Ruth was getting ready to go pro, Ruth Riley, I went there and I was like, this place for Notre Dame, which is like, the football field is like a cathedral. This is where
Touchdown
you guys play
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
they got a better facility now.
Oh, way better now. But like you had to walk down like 30 like flights of stairs to get down.
It was like a fire escape too. It was like wasn't even like a good set of stairs.
They didn't change anything from the set of Rudy.
Nothing.
Basically at that point.
No,
right,
exactly.
It was just basically the same thing as Rudy.
The exact same.
And Jewell's going to that.
It's the same training room as Rudy. I'm not even kidding. Not even like it's dead as the same. Mind blown. Like, oh my gosh.
How did you not know that in your campus visit? Like on your walk? Like when you go and like
they don't show it to the football
stadium. They don't show me that. They're like, look at football stadium. Like, look at all this stuff. Touchdown Jesus. Like, it's just like here's a one classroom that you like. I'm like, you don't see all that stuff. I'm like, whoa, like the tape is like orange. Like like throw this tape out, bro. Like you can't use this tape an ankle or wrist. Like this thing is it's dust at this point. Like
they're like, we got him.
Yeah.
We got her.
Yeah. Bro, good.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah.
Like
she's signing.
Yeah. Take her out. So it literally was like that. And so I would do that literally every single day.
Yeah.
Like, that was my schedule. That was my routine. And so after sophomore year, I called my dad. I said, Dad, I want to transfer. He's like, listen, you have 2 years in. Like, you're not going to sit out. Like, there's no NIL, right? I'm not making no money. Like, no shit. I'm just...
Yeah.
Well,
you just hit the transfer portal.
I don't think there was a transfer portal back then.
No, you had to sit out. Like, sit out. You couldn't do this. And my dad's like, no, like, you're not doing that. Like, you're not sitting out of a year. Like, what do you mean, college for 5 years? Like, no. I'm like...
But weren't you an All-American your freshman and sophomore year?
Yeah.
I mean... It's interesting to hear you talk about like not fitting in. Meanwhile, you're just slaying everyone in the country.
Like, what was driving you? What was driving you to like, if you hated a place so bad, in a sense, I'm not saying you hated it, guys, Notre Dame fans, don't kill me.
Right.
But she didn't hate it. But I'm saying if you felt a certain way about that place so bad, like, what was the continuing motor and that drift, like that continuously drove you to to your successes at Notre Dame?
I think it was a combination of I knew that wasn't going to be my stopping ground. Like, I always told my brother, like, I've seen a lot of great college basketball players.
Yeah.
And they go to the pros and they suck.
Damn.
Or like their career is only 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want that for me. I'm like, college is like the G League for me. Like, I know there's more.
Yeah.
There has to be more. Like, I didn't go all this way and do all these things and just to be like a one and done, like in the league, right?
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, I had one good year. Now it's like, oh, where's Jewell now?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I think having that mindset, it's like, I think there's more. I also think, like I mentioned, I was talking to Kobe, like every day, like, hey, how do I do this? What should I do here? Like, how do you beat this? And so like,
when did you
me.
start that relationship with him?
Right before I got to Notre Dame. So I went and I met him. So what happened was we got tickets. Ralph gave us tickets to the Bulls game. He's like, hey, I'm out of town. Do you want to go to the Bulls game? I'm like, sure. So my dad and I go, and we're like right behind the Lakers bench. And so my dad went down there a little early and was talking to someone, like one of the coaches, like, hey, like my daughter knows Kobe, and like this, bullshitting like Calvin does, just talking to random people. And the guy was like, oh, okay, like I see you have a USA jacket on, like she played USA basketball, and they just started talking. And mind you, I didn't know this happened before the game. So he's like, yeah, like this is raving about me and talking to the guy. So we're sitting down. It's one of the timeouts, and actually Kobe wasn't playing. He hurt his shoulder. So he comes out. I think it would have been like second quarter. Timeout happens, and Kobe looks like right at me and like goes like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, me? Like, no way. My dad's like, yeah, I set that up. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, you don't know him. Like, there's no way. And so the whole game, I'm kind of looking like, that's sounded cool. That's like Kobe, like maybe he looked at me. Like, I'm gonna say he looked at me. Like, even if he didn't say, even if that didn't happen, like that's
like,
what actually happened.
He stared at me.
Yeah, no, he stared at me, bro. He gave me a hat. Come on, in Chicago, gave me one of this. Like, come on, like it's a flex. So, like
that's true.
Like, come on, like,
that is true.
So I go back home, and I'm sitting there. We're just talking about the game. I look on Twitter. It's like Kobe Bryant follows you. I was like, bro, what's money on my guy?
Oh my God,
what?
bro.
Like, I ran back and forth, like suicides in the house, like sliding, like up with my socks, just like gliding, like, no way, like that. Like, I'm yelling. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Like, my mom's like, what are you doing? Like, you got school tomorrow. Like, go to bed. I'm like, you guys, like,
you don't understand.
You just follow me. Like, freaking out. And I'm like, I think I was like following 96. So, like, which is crazy because, like, right?
Well,
so,
of course.
Exactly. So I'm like, man, follow number 96. He doesn't have a lot of friends. Like, I'm in high school. Like, what do I do? Like, how do I approach this? Like, do I like everything to make sure he notices me? It's just like all these things, right? And so, like, I don't know, like, how do I
every single thing.
Right. Like, do I post like a Kobe picture now that I wear all my Nikes? Like, like, what do I do? And so, that true story. I'm like literally panicking. Like, how do I play this? Like, I didn't tell LH. I didn't tell Ninos. Anyone.
You didn't tell nobody.
Not yet. I'm like, I can't play this because what if it's fake? Then what?
Like a parody account or something.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know he gave me a head nod like 3 hours ago, but like, is this real? Like,
are you sure he wants to follow me? Like,
right? Like, me? Like, out of everyone in the world? Like, I'm number 96. And so 2 days later, I'm like, I'm just gonna message him. I'm just hit him like, hey, what do I delete? Like, what do I say?
How long did it take you to send that message? In all honesty,
it was sitting there like hours. So I'm like, what do I say to Kobe? Like, I can't say great game because he didn't play.
That's
so I'm
true.
like, get well soon. I'm like, he's probably fine. And like, he got an injection. He's playing like next week. Like, I don't know. Like, so like, the first thing I asked him, I'm like, how do you defend or how do you beat a top block? So I was in high school. And how was I guarded in high school, Steve?
Well, by multiple people.
Like, insane. Like, I come across half court and there's 3 people like this.
Trapping you like that.
Yes. Insane.
And she still averaged 30.
So, like, our mutual friends, like what we have, like they would always tell me stories about Jewell in high school. Because I'm a little bit older than Jewell, but not too much. But they'd just be like, yeah, Jewell used to pin people's shit off the glass. Like, she was that type of player. Like, she would just like be so electrifying. They were like, the crowd would go crazy with anything Jewell does. It
was wild. Like, I would make a turnover, and then I was just like, I'm timing this shit perfectly. Man, terrible turnover. Da-da-da-da. Boop. See ya. Like, I don't know. It was just, high school was like insane. Like, it was
like a video game.
Yeah.
I went to see her play, and Tennessee was there scouting her. I knew the assistant, Dean Abercrombie. And the game starts. Jewell scored 45. It was a 32-minute game. Jesus and Christ. They lost.
We lost by 5.
And I'm sitting with their parents, and I start making like the football sound. I just started because it was like a video game. She was like a live video game. Watch her play.
Bo Jackson.
Man.
Techno Jewel.
Right. It was like Techno Jewel. Like, it's unbelievable.
It was wild. So that's the first thing I sent Kobe. And within an hour, he responded.
Damn.
I was like, oh, this shit is real. Like, I had a pen, paper. I'm like, whatever he said, I wrote down. I just had like a note. I'm like, all right, just in case my phone like dies or something happens, like I'm writing this shit down.
Yeah.
And after that, I just started asking him questions every day. Just how do you do this? Like, what's your mindset? Like, just anything. Like your shoes. Like, why do you wear low cut shoes? Any question I could possibly ask, and he just responded. Like, it was no like delay. It wasn't like, hey, like I'm not hitting back.
So there was no question too deep or too shallow. Just everything that you wanted to get and know from him, from the mastermind, you asked.
Yeah.
And it was like that. It was like a resource that was just
100%. Which is wild because, I mean, if you go back and ask anyone like Kobe, like who your friends or like all the time, he wasn't doing that back then. Like he was locked in and focused. He wasn't really giving a lot of his time to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So for me, be like one of the first people that he really kind of mentored and like really kind of like, hey, like I'm, trying to help you be better, whatever. I mean, clearly he saw something in me that, I didn't necessarily fully see at the time, but it's just like, man, I can ask him anything. He's going to help me. So
I think that's a great lesson for every person on the planet. You recruited your mentor and you initiated the questions. I just think that's a great lesson.
Yeah.
It changed your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Changed your life, for sure. 100%.
I didn't even think about that like that.
Yeah. It's a good lesson for all of us, honestly.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm talking to Kobe every day. So in my mind, I'm
That's
like,
so sick.
What college coach is giving me this insight? Like, how can I be, what am I learning here? Like, really, that he's not helping me learn. So my mindset was like, yeah, I'm learning here. I say that, like, you can always learn from anyone. Like, I've learned from, like, anyone. The janitors yelling, bend your knees. I'm like, thanks, Tom. Like, everyone, like, like, no, seriously, the security guard at Niles West, he's like, hey, like, you're kind of tired. Like, go get some water. I'm like, thanks, Nick. Like, anyone who tells me, I'm like, for sure. But if you're trying to be, like, great, I want to learn from the greats.
Yeah.
So that was my mindset in college. Like, if I want to go learn how to be a pro, I'm going to learn from the pros. Yeah. Like, there's no pro in college. There's not one person in the college that could teach me how to be a pro. So, like, going there, I'm like, yeah, like, it just makes sense that I need to leave. And I can leave because I'm older. So it just made sense. So then, junior year, things happen. Like, we're good. Like, it kind of got weird.
What did you guys get to? Did you guys get to, like, the Elite Eight or something?
No, we got to the final.
Right? You got to the Final Four?
Finals, right?
Yeah, we got to the finals. We also, it's UConn, Stewie. I mean, that was just the time in college that they just dominated.
Yes.
They had
we beat them 3 times. I would say that. Only a couple losses that Stewie has. I always bring it up sometimes. Like, remember, the 3 losses you have, I'm kind of part of that. I'll take that. But, I mean.
You're a thorn in, like, UConn's side.
Yeah,
basically.
A little bit. I mean, they got 4 rings. But besides that.
I remember I went to the UConn Notre Dame game when you guys were freshmen.
Yeah.
And Stewie came off the bed. I didn't know who she was because I was really working on the boys' side a lot. Yeah. And she came in the game. I'm with Ruth. We're sitting courtside. And I'm like, I think that girl's like the best player on their team. Why doesn't he start her?
Yeah.
I said that to her. She goes, yeah, she's really good. Da, da, da. And then you had the little girl on you. And I'm like, mouse in the house, get to the rock.
Yelling.
Right in front of me. I'm yelling.
Mouse in the house. Mouse in the. I'm like, I know, I got you. Bucket.
Love that.
OT dub.
100%.
You really were a thorn in their side then.
A little bit.
Yeah. You really got the best of them though.
Yeah, and like I guess like a side note to that too, like the reason why I didn't want to go to UConn is because I felt like if I could play against UConn, that's the one team that could get me pro ready.
Damn.
If I could score 30, that people not a lot of people have scored 30 on UConn. I'm one.
How many times?
It might have been one.
But that one.
But that one game proved to me that I could play in the league because Gino just, I mean, he thinks the game differently. So if you could like score on them, like I want to earn his respect a different way.
He's a maniac.
And I have so much respect for Gino. I have so much respect for the UConn program. And a lot of my friends go to UConn. Everyone knows that. But it's just like I understood that. But the only challenge that I really could see is like me going against the best players in the country, holding my own, and then using that, like, like this is my resume builder. Yeah. And then using that to get to the next level. Now that's
a key takeaway for anyone who wants to grow. That's a key takeaway. Anyone wants to grow at any professional level, right there. You want to be the man or the woman, you got to beat them. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So
no, for sure. So like I said, I'm talking to Kobe. Junior year happens. We lose, and the rule is like you have at the time I think that the date was different, but you have like 24 to 48 hours to declare. Okay?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
after the last game, it's
because
really
of
quick.
the way the WNBA season starts in the spring.
Yeah.
So right at the end of the season, those kids finish playing, and then they get drafted.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
It's
absolutely
real
right.
quick.
But yeah, we were talking about that actually the other day.
Like,
when Paige got drafted.
yeah.
It was like she's fresh off a national championship. Now she's like,
go.
okay, gotta go into training camp. Like,
it's like clean out my dorm and shit.
yeah.
So we lose to UConn. Okay, my family's all there, and they like even like my mind like going to the season, like I already knew like I was gonna leave. Like I'm not staying here. Like I think Thanksgiving, I called like we had Thanksgiving, I went home and I told my parents like, guys, I'm probably gonna leave college, and they were like, what? Like, what about education? How could you? Like you are at Notre Dame, the elite educational school. Like you're gonna leave? I'm like, yes, I'm gonna leave. And I'm
right now she's being her mom, by the way.
Yeah, my mom.
Yeah.
I thought that was from the way that tone was. I thought that was
no. My mom got real like
sarcastic.
Yeah, for real. And my dad was like, "What if you get injured? Like, there's no money." Like he's like, like parents like, like what the fuck? Are you? Like no one did this. This wasn't like a common thing. Like it was like you're just leaving school. Like for what? Like it's not worth it. Like you said before. Like the money is not crazy. Like what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm like trying to explain to them, like, no, guys, this is really what I want to do. I don't really like school right now. I'm just going this back and forth. Our brother stands up and like goes and gets that envelope. So this was like years later. He still had it. So he's standing up and he's like waiting. He's just standing up with the envelope there. And I'm like, guys, like, trust me. Like, Jared knows I can do it. Like, if I have to go overseas, Jared will go with me overseas. If I don't get drafted, like, we had all this like plan. And he just like slowly like puts the envelope on the table. He's like, guys, like, look, here's the plan. Like, here's the paperwork. Like, it's like, I believe she'll be good. Like, we'll be good. Like, and they were just like, get this shit out of here. Like, you're not leaving. Like, like they move that shit so quick off the table. Like, get the fuck. Like,
no, the funniest shit is like,
like, sleep on my guy.
Yeah,
like,
sure, bro. When he like slid it, I'm envisioning in my head like everyone freezes. Like, oh, that's a great idea. Like, what?
You don't get that shit off the like. What do you get your ass back to school? Like, what are you talking about, right? So like, from that day on, I'm like, I know I'm gonna like leave, whatever. Like, I know I feel it, and my parents are still trying to convince me, like, no, you got to stay. Like, you can't leave, you can't do this, all this. So I had all that confusion, and that's when I called you because Jared's like, and I called you, and you're like, you're happy, you have school, whatever. I'm like, yeah, and you're like, all right, like, leave, hang up, click. I'm like,
I finished
all right,
my sandwich.
Yeah, finish your sandwich. Like I was instructing him, from his dinner. I'm going through a midlife crisis at the age of 19, and he's like, all right, leave me alone.
On that convo, Steve, like your one word answer meant so much, but like, did you really like after you hung up the phone? Like, what was your thought right afterwards? Like, is she like you think
she's gonna be rookie of the year? Like that's what I thought. Like, she's a murderer.
Like, you don't think there was no doubt in your mind she should have stayed one more year?
They didn't make her captain.
Yeah, that's right.
And I just couldn't get over that. That was the growth opportunity for Jewell at Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody had mentored her and taken her under wing and did that with her, that would have been great.
Yeah.
And if somebody had done that, she might have stayed.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody did. They just used you to win games.
From your perspective on the captain thing, going into that season, did you think like right away, like, yep, captain, I'm gonna have C on my chest. Like that's my role, that's my job, that's what I do.
She's
like,
a two-time All-American.
No, I don't know, Steve. I totally understand.
Get it right.
No, I totally understand. But going into it, like you thought it was a lock. It was a given.
I mean, yeah, I played the most minutes. I started the most games.
You guard the best player.
Yeah.
You're one of the leading scorers in the country.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I
it
think
was an easy call.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, and I think too, like I earned the respect from my teammates. Like I put in a lot of work, and they saw that, and and the thing I mentioned, like in like the captain's meeting, is like fourth quarter, who are you looking to? Timeouts, who are you looking to? Like that's the leader that I want to follow. Like everyone's looking at me, and I'm not a captain. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna look to someone who had never been in these situations, has never played in national championship games to lead us. Like, and I'm not saying
wild.
like you can't like. I'm not saying any bench player can't give you insight or none of that, but like you want someone with experience. Like experienced teams have success, but when I'm also pouring into the team, I'm showing up and doing all the little things on top of the basketball. I think that's a pretty good notion of a captain or a leader. And and the thing was, it wasn't just like I always, even like now in the league and stuff, I'm like, it's not just my team, it's our team. Like I shouldn't be the only voice in the huddles. It should be all of us, and that's how I thought about too. And we had Mike, Mabry, like she was our point guard and she talks a lot. So we were so connected. So it's like, I might have not known certain things or whatever, but I'm like, Mike, you know what I'm saying? Explain it to them, right? It's like we're tag teaming. So it's like things like that allowed us to be whatever. But like, I figured, junior year, no one else has played all these things, all the factors. I'm like, it should be
layup.
Yeah, just like
literally layup. Like, yeah, like
brand me, bro.
Yeah, like the C literally should have been stitched onto your chest. Like, no doubt.
I should have got tatted. Like, it should have been a no-brainer, right? Yeah. But I mean, things happen, so end up leaving. But
things always happen for a reason, right?
Exactly, and it 100% because we lose to UConn. My family, we're in Tampa. Family's all there. We go back to the hotel, and I'm like looking at the clock, and we have like 2 hours to fax this thing to New York. So I'm like, all right, well, I got to tell Muffet, I got to tell the coaches, I got to tell my teammates, like all of this, like right now. I don't have a choice. And
so you had to do it in Tampa right after you lost the national championship.
Right after, yep. I know. It's tough, right? Like, I'm still
like
kind
you
of a kid.
Probably wanted that one probably more than anything in the world.
You know what? You know what? It would have been a lot harder if you had captain on your chest.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
it's fate. That's a life lesson right there. It's fate.
Oh, for sure. Like that's
It would have been.
Yeah.
If you were the leader and they'd been coaching that way, it would have been harder.
Yeah.
But they really gave you the out.
Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Validated.
Run it back.
Yeah, it's validated.
So we're all in this banquet hall. All the families are there, like players, and we're just eating and whatever. So I text her. I'm like, where are you? Like, are you ready? He's like, I'm ready. So I tell my family first, my mom and dad, like, guys, I'm doing it now. My mom starts crying. I'm like, get it together. I mean, like, crying, like snob, like boogers, like just, she has like her Cosmo in her hand, like just crying. I'm like, take a step and just shut up, like get out of here, like go over there, like please. And we literally put her like in the corner, like stop, like you're making a scene, like you're embarrassing me, mom. My dad's like, he has his head in the backwards. He's like, turns his head to the front. He's like, oh, where's my beer? Gets a Heineken. Like he's like. I'm like, damn, like everyone's drinking nowadays. Like
it's like such a stress. Why is that such a stressor? Like,
you
know what I mean?
Stressed. Jared's like in a suit. I'm like, where'd you get a suit from? It's like, I could have sworn you wore like a nice little shirt and pants for the game. Like, why are you wearing a suit right now? But that's Jared for you. Like, I'm dead ass, bro. Like he's standing like security with the envelope. Like, I'm like,
send me a picture of that.
I love
unbelievable.
You got to have that picture.
I love that
for sure. I mean, he's like,
that's awesome.
Like, poker face.
He doesn't break.
Does not break.
Like, anyone's going to see Jared. Like, literally, you could probably bring Dave Chappelle. He'll tell a joke that everyone will laugh. And he'll probably be like, yeah, funny.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. It's great. Like,
tell it again, please. I love that.
Yeah, that's so good.
He's stone cold.
100%. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, Muffet, I need to talk to you. She's like, all right, I'm like, can I talk to you like outside, like not in here where like everyone's here? She's like, yeah, no problem. So we go around the corner. I'm like, obviously this season didn't go as we planned, but I think the best decision for me is to leave college early and go to the league.
How'd that go?
Whew, she looked at me like, if she could have swore and not had to like go like this afterwards, she would have, right? Like she's like, why would you do that? Like, why are you leaving? Like, what can I do? I'm like, it's not about you. Like, it's about me. I really feel like I'm ready to leave, and I've just been thinking about it for a long time, and it's the best decision. And she's going on. She's like, is this like your family? Like, are they helping? Like, are they persuading you to leave? And I'm like, no, it's not about my family. And at this time, I slowly see like Jared like creeping around the corner. I was like, oh, like he's ready. He's like locked and loaded. So I see him creeping around the corner. She's just going on, and she's like trying to like give me all this. Like, no, like we need you. Our team's gonna be so good next year. Like, why are you leaving? My brother's like, she's doing what's best for her. We gotta go. I was like,
damn.
See you. See you guys. Like,
gotta go.
Yeah, gotta go. I'm on a time crunch here. Like, I gotta fax this thing in 30 minutes. So I sign my name. Like, it's probably the worst signature because I'm like nervous as fuck, like signing this thing. My brother runs, faxes off, and that was it. Okay. Mind you, we are in Tampa at the Final Four. So I gotta pack my stuff and fly back with my teammates and my coach to Notre Dame and still go to class. Okay. So I'm like, this is so awkward. So I tell my teammates, like, hey guys, like, I'm leaving next year to the league. Like, they think I'm transferring. I'm like, no, I'm actually going to the league. Like, sorry guys, but next step up here. Yeah. But like, I tell them, and they're like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. Like, so happy for you. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, great.
Yeah.
That next like 2 weeks was like so awkward at Notre Dame. Like, I know I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, the first like thought of my mind was like, do I go to class? Like, do these guys matter?
Do finals count?
Yeah, I just start like training right now. Like, what? This is weird. But then like the coaching staff was just like, they were shook. Like, this doesn't happen. Like, no one leaves. And we were like told like no one leaves Notre Dame. Like, Notre Dame is like, you don't leave. Like, there's not a lot of transfers at the time.
I mean, they have a great program.
No,
I mean,
now
there was a
now-
few this year.
Yeah,
now
oh,
it's
yeah.
maybe a little few,
Well,
but
yeah.
couple. I mean, NIL makes it
Yeah, well,
little
a little
different.
tempting there, but yeah.
Exactly. So, I remember like at this point, I'm like packing all my stuff up. Like, Chicago's not far, so it's whatever. But then Muffet comes. She's like, "Hey, like I want to talk to you." And so she picks me in her office. She gives me a pen and notepad, and she's like, "Here, like let's write down the pros and cons of your decision." I'm like, I can't. Like, I already like, it's done. Like, I don't have any pros and cons. And that meeting was wild. Like, the things that were said to me were like, you're it's not worth it. The WNBA is not like, I mean, it was like telling a kid like, don't chase your dreams.
Yeah.
Which like for me, like I'm never gonna tell anyone or your kid or on your deathbed like not to chase your dream. That's something that you want to do. Like, okay, like I'm gonna support you, and if it doesn't work, we'll find another dream to chase, right?
Yeah.
And that conversation was like, whoa. And you think I'm gonna stay after this conversation?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, this is for sure a hard out.
Do you almost find it like the college game is a little, in that sense, for you at that time, a little more cutthroat than some of the things in WNBA?
Oh.
Because you're getting for example, you're a kid who's gonna go, if you stayed another year, for example, you were gonna go number 1, number 2, number 3, like a top 3 pick, right?
Yeah.
But like the fact that they were doing everything and making it seem like such a business, like isn't that it feels like a little more cutthroat than would it be in the WNBA in a sense? Because if you're not good in WNBA, it's like you're done, right?
Yeah, no. So my counter to Muffet and the coaching staff was like, if you can guarantee me, and you call 5 different companies right now, and guarantee me that I'll make the same exact money that I'll make leaving, then I'll say. Couldn't do it. And as much as that, like for me, college is a business, but I'm also a business myself. So if you can't guarantee me something that I know I could give myself, then I'm gonna be an entrepreneur and make it myself. And I bet on myself. And so that's how I thought, like, you're telling me to stay in college. We don't know what's gonna happen next year.
Yeah.
We don't know. Like, even if I go to the league and get hurt, I know I'm still gonna get paid. I know I still have opportunities. I know I'm still gonna learn. There's so much more beyond just me going to the league and just being like, oh my God, like I'm gonna learn so much more. And that's actually my dream. Like, college wasn't my dream. And so they couldn't do it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm making a business decision.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave.
So fast forward a couple months, or actually not a couple months, couple weeks in a sense.
Crazy.
Draft night.
Insane.
Draft night. Was that like every kid who's in the pros always says like draft night was a dream. I want to walk on that stage and everything like that. Same experience for you?
It's like yes and no. Like, draft night is awesome, and it was really cool to share that with my family and have that moment and understand. And at that time too, like, I knew I was going number 1. Like, I had a conversation before. The Seattle was looking for like a younger guard, and they were making this change, and it kind of just worked out that way. So I kind of knew I was going number 1. But hearing your name, like, you don't know for sure until it happens, right?
Yeah.
Like, the name gets called. I think that was a really special moment for like my friends, my family, like everyone who's kind of helped me get there. It was like, guys, we did it. Like, we're here, But for me, like, my like, oh my gosh, I'm in the league was like being in Seattle and like going to practice was like, this is what I dreamed of. I didn't dream of all that other media shit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't care about that. It was like, give me a ball, give me a gym, like, give me some practice gear. Like, that was my dream. That I'm like, this is, whoa. Like, that's when I was like, wow, this is amazing, right? But having that moment was really cool, really unique.
Yeah.
And it's something that you never want to take for granted. And you see it all the time. You just see that, like, you go back and look at your draft class, you're like, wow, like, we're still in the league. Like, we're still pushing. Like, this is crazy.
Do you, And I was gonna actually mention that because it's almost like a certain fraternity, sorority type thing. You know what I mean? Like you're part of that 2015 class. Like I rock with you a little harder. You know what I mean? Like you were with me in that situation. Like who was next to you in the table? Like who were some of the familiar faces or anyone in the league that was like kind of next to you on those tables that you remember?
You know what's crazy? So Amanda's REB, she actually left early as well. Her situation was a little different. One, because she actually had coaches that like really, really supported her at the time. So they were embracing her leaving, and she played overseas young, so she understood just the professionalism. So there was always talk about us two leaving, and she ended up going number 2. I went number 1. But our draft class was cool. Like a lot of us, the cool thing is like when you're based at the draft or at like USA basketball, things like that, you've known these people for so long because you played with them at some point, whether AAU, USA, like whatever that is. So like you're just with their like your people. Like, oh hey, what's up? What's up? You know, like, hey guys, like nice to see you guys. Kind of like a little hangout, a little meetup. And then I mean, that's really cool. And it happens so quick. Like your name gets called, you take a picture, and then you go right to like all the media. It's like bah, 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 like, and then like the night's over and you're like, can I just eat? Like I haven't ate all night. Like, damn, can I get some food? Like you're starving, you know? I'm like, I need some food. Something, like some water, like some peanuts, crackers. I don't know, something. I'm just sitting here like,
give me something, guys.
You know, it's some lukewarm water. Like I need something to quench my thirst. But it happened super quick. And so get drafted. I think it might have been really like a week later. I flew out to Seattle. I threw the first pitch. But the cool thing was like in the conversation prior, you know, someone told me like, you know, Sue Bird she's not gonna look after you. Like she's not gonna be a good leader. Like she won't care about, you know, rookie coming in and trying to take her spot in her minutes. And, you know, just, I don't know, like she's not gonna take care of you. She was the first person to pick me up in Seattle.
Really?
I swear. And we went to Pesos. People in Seattle who know Pesos, it's not there now, but that was the place to be. Like that was it. Like that was lit, bro. Like everyone was at Pesos and all these things. And you know, it's funny, we went to dinner and like mind you, I'm in college, right? So like alcohol and beer, I'm like Natty Lights. Like I'm not spending crazy shit on like, you know, beers and shit. And so we get there and like, you know, it's just like, what do you want to drink? I'm like, trying to be like, I'm with Sue. Like, I don't know, it's first time. I'm like nervous and shy, but also just quiet, like college kid. Like never been out of like Chicago really. Like I'm just like looking around like, where are we, you know? And she's like, oh, just like 2 Coronas. Like, damn, in my mind, I'm like, damn, like Corona, like, okay, Sue, I see you. Get it. You got money, bro. Like, oh, bet, you know? And the whole time, I swear, I'm like, damn, like, this is fire, bro. This is the life. So we're just talking. Right. We're just talking. And, you know, I'm so almost too nervous. I didn't fucking finish the beer.
You were drinking
I didn't want her to think I'm like, you know, like college kid, just like a rager. Like, I was like, I'm just going to sip it. I waited too long. The beer got warm. Didn't drink it. I'm like, oh, that's my biggest regret. I
it's
swear.
Not finishing the beer that someone buys you.
Beer, bro.
And especially if Sue Bird buys you beer, you gotta finish that.
And then I left. I'm like, man, I hope she think I like disrespect her. Like, I just didn't think I wanted to be like, you know, I was trying to be like little like mature, but I didn't have one drink. It was bad. I'm still mad to this day. Like I messed that up so bad, bro.
That's a sick first impression though, man.
Crazy, right? Like,
I swear.
Unbelievable. So like her picking me up to the airport, right? And I just found like someone just told me like a week ago, like she's not gonna be, you know, who she is basically. Within 24 hours, like Sue's texting me like, hey, are you good? You need this? Like, here's Postmates. If you, I don't know, you order food online. I'm like, what the fuck is Postmates? Like, I just go to the dining hall every night. Like, this is my first time away, like living by myself ever, like by myself completely. And so she really took me under her wing, and that changed our whole dynamic and just my mindset of just understanding like one, Sue being just who she is, but like she really cares about players. She really cares about just one, you know, seeing greatness in others and bringing that out. And making it natural. And that's something that I always admire about Sue, is that she didn't rush my process. She allowed me to make mistakes. She allowed me to just be myself. And every once in a while, she'll give me feedback, but not too much. You know, she'll like give me here, you know, and that's something that made her so great and made our team so great, is that she never wanted to be like a dictator. Yeah. Like she just wanted to be, she just wanted to see your greatness.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it was wild. And
it's like she almost didn't have to do that.
Definitely.
Being that like tenure in the league, already winning, like you're super, like, you know what I mean? Like you're super like, why should I even look after the rook, right?
Is Super the most winningest women's point guard in the history of the game?
He's a stat guy.
Probably.
Right.
She's won a lot. Like I can't remember
She would 4 or 5 gold medals.
Yeah,
and 4 championships.
Mm-hmm. And then you
and then
include overseas.
And then 2, yeah, right. And she won some overseas. So she's probably the most winning point guard.
Yeah.
So
oh
it's
my
interesting.
God.
I mean,
That is interesting.
Yeah.
We gotta check the stats on that one, but I really do. She's definitely lost minimal games. I don't think What you think she probably lost? Like, did she even lose I feel like she didn't even lose a college game.
No, I mean,
You know what I mean?
to be honest,
I feel like she lost
first
like
year,
a college game.
Our first year, we were pretty ass. We lost a lot.
You were, and she was injured.
But she was hurt.
She was playing terribly on one leg.
Yeah, on one leg. And
Yeah,
then, we didn't really realize like the significance of that.
Well, your brother and I would be talking on the phone. I'd be like, "Man, is she gonna retire?"
Yeah,
like that's how we literally were talking.
Yeah.
And then by 2018, she's the best point guard in the league. So thank God she didn't.
Those are the greats, though, right?
No,
that's
for sure.
like the resurgence of Sasu Bird right there.
Oh, 100%. Like I think it helped too. Like they got me, and we got Stewie. Like it kind of gave her more life.
Yeah, she had a Ferrari, right? She was driving a VW Super Beetle.
Yeah.
She got promoted to a Ferrari.
So, Steve, like watching Jewell's rookie year, like what were some of the things you kind of picked up? Were you calling her a lot? Were you like giving her pointers and tips?
I actually wasn't. I was pretty hands off. She was just a rookie on a bad team, standing in the corner.
Standing in the corner. I'm open, guys. But I may not shoot this 3 though. But I'm open. I look good in the corner. Let me tell you that. Oh God, good times. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really.
No, we didn't really like. We started training after your rookie year more.
Yeah, because I was like, this is
right. Because you went right from championship to Seattle.
Yeah.
But then when you came back, that's when we started working.
Yeah, because I went overseas right after.
Yeah.
So you did go. You played overseas. Like, did you even take a break?
No.
From, like as Steve just said, from national championship game, draft. That process is tiring as a whole, and then going to play a whole season and then another season. Did you even have an off season? Like,
no, I had 4 days to pack my stuff up from Seattle to go to Turkey.
Wild.
And then we started like right away. My first game in Turkey. So Jared and I get there, first game, and we had like the Presidential Cup. So I'm playing for Galatasaray against Fenerbahce, which is like rivals. Okay? So they're like, I land. We play
it's
the
like
next
Yankees,
day.
Red Sox.
Yeah, it's super intense.
Those international games are no joke.
Unreal. So mind you, it's my first time playing overseas in like EuroLeague, like, big deal.
Yeah.
And I remember the manager's like, these games, she's like whispering, she's like, these games are kind of intense, maybe get a little aggressive, but the fans are, really dedicated, and you just focus on basketball. Don't worry about anything that happens in the stands. Just focus. I'm like, but in, Notre Dame with UConn, it's crazy. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, it can't be that bad. Warming up, you see everyone coming in, and everyone's like rowdy and like, ready for the game. Within the first quarter, there's a fucking flare flies over.
No.
I'm like, oh my God. Like, I got asthma. I'm like, damn, my breathing's about to be fucked up, bro. Like, this is bad. Like, this is bad. They don't know what they're doing to me right now. My chest is getting tight. They're burning pennies and throwing it. I'm like dribbling up, like ducking. No, I'm not even kidding. It was wild. Okay, they're like throwing stuff at the coaches. Like, just smoke everywhere. Smoke everywhere. I'm like shooting a free throw. I'm like, I don't know if this is like where I'm looking right now. It could be an air ball. Like, insane. So I look at my brother. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, you're good. You're good. And this is my brother.
Well, tears never fade, so it's fine. This is normal for him.
You're good. Like, stay focused. Like, you're good. I'm like, I'm not good. Like, this is insane. Like, this is not normal for a 20. Like, I'm 21. Like, for something like no one. I'm looking at the manager. She's like, no English. She's just like, no. I'm like, all right. Like,
did you win?
Yeah.
All right.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is insane. Like, this is every game. Like, this is every time I play. Like, I'm just coming from like college. Like, you can't throw flares back and forth. Like,
if you thought the Cameron crazies at Duke were bad, go play Fender
like
Bocce. Yeah, literally. Oh,
like that's nothing.
Nothing.
Go play in Europe. That was wild. Like, but yeah, no break. Like, it was year round for like five years. I did that nonstop for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, insane.
Jeez. So then, that's year one, rookie year.
Yeah.
You guys were on a bad team.
We were awful.
Okay,
we were
awful team. And then going into year 2, that transition, what was that like?
Well, I
You
called
had
Steve.
Stewie, right?
We had a Stewie, yeah.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah.
And that's big, of course.
Of course. I was like, thank God. Thank God.
But Stewie didn't get along with the coach.
Yeah. It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
The horror stories that Steve has heard.
He's like bringing about like,
yeah.
hey, well, how about this
The
one?
horror stories that this man's heard.
Okay. The thing about Stewie is that she's always going to find ways to be great, and you're not going to hold her back. Like, she's meant to be great, and that's what she's meant to do.
Yeah.
Like, she has a system, she has a philosophy that she lives by, and like, that's that. And you're not going to mess that up.
Yeah.
So if you try to put her in a box, she's going to box cut her. And she's slashing you the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's just how she is.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And then you watch, you're like, well, you go tell her, like, look at her. Like, look what she's doing for our team, our city. Like, yeah, I'm not putting her, go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go, whatever it is, like, that's how she is. But with that being said, like, she cares about the team. She cares about how things are done the right way. So she's, a killer, but she has this other side to her too. But so you have anyone, whether you're a coach, I remember she just gave birth to her daughter. It was fun. Like, anyone, it doesn't matter. She's like, that baby needs to sleep. Messing up my sleep schedule. I'm like, she's like 2 weeks old, bro. Like, it's like, you're a new father. Like,
Yes.
like, it's like, that's your kid. Like, you look at her and it's like, oh, like,
I know, yeah.
So we came in one day. She's like, swear, man, she's messing up. We got a game today. I'm like, Stewie, I got, like, you'll have a nap later,
Yeah.
But it's like, that's just how she is. So, like, we had a coach who, like, didn't understand that. And, like, if you don't know someone through and through, like, know, like, their goals and where they're trying to get to, like, you're a hindrance to them.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what it was. It was, like, crazy. And I'm like, yeah, you're pissing off Stewie. You ain't gonna...
I know you
survive.
played with her. I know you played with her a lot. Obviously, played against her a lot, and you know her like very well. Obviously, getting into the league. But then once you guys started playing next to each other, playing with each other, I'm sorry. How was that dynamic between you two? Like, was it instant off the bat? Was it something you guys had to develop over like a couple games or throughout the season? Like, what was it?
It was easy. I've known Stewie since we were 16, playing in USA basketball, and we just had a connection. I think we have appreciation for each other's games, but once we got to Seattle and we had Sue helping us facilitate, oh my gosh. I mean, 2-man game was unbelievable. We ran the floor, we were young, but run and gun, like easy layups. And we got to know more about each other, I think, off the court, which made us tighter on the court. It was really cool to see. And I mean, we were everywhere together.
Yeah.
Like, we were, that's our friendship now. We're so close. And I think for the city too, like, they always, like, early on when we were doing all the media stuff, like, they compared us to like Lauren Jackson and Sue Bird, right? Like, two dynamic people. And we always thought it was funny because if you switch Sue Bird's initials and Lauren Jackson, it's me and Stewie's. So we all were like, oh, like, maybe that is kind of cool. Like, oh, but we looked at them like, they're our icons, right? And what they did for the city of Seattle, like, we were pretty much kind of destined to do. And we didn't ask for it, right? Like, we didn't know any of these things, but kind of having that and Sue being a part of that and still playing and knowing what it took to be a champion and how to play with, someone like Lauren and kind of how I play with Stewie or we play with Stewie, it helped us. Yeah. So it's like kind of cheat code. So basketball was like easy once we kind of figured it out and knew how defenses were trying to stop us and, our ability to, you always say it, like, passing the ball. Like, we could pass.
Yeah.
And we wanted to pass. Like, we didn't,
You guys played beautiful basketball.
Yeah. No, it was electric for sure. And I mean, the biggest play we talk about too, and Sue hated it. Like, we alley-oop to each other.
Yeah. So
there's one clip where we get a steal, I pass it to Stewie, she passed it back to me, and it's like I one hand tipped it. And that was like our thing. And so, the 1-2 times that it didn't work, Sue's like, stop doing that shit. Like, just make the layup. Like, no more highlights. I'm like, but it's fun. Like, come on, Sue. Like, we're trying to have fun. Like, engage the crowd. Like, she's like, no, none of that shit. Like, I'm not doing that. So she used to get so mad at us all the time. She's like, guys, like, focus. Those 2 points matter. But, like, I get it, but, like, we'll get it back. Like, don't worry. At least, it's one Stewie to dunk one. Like, I don't care. So, like, that whole development was, like, really cool. And, like, the whole, like, us being together and growing together and seeing, like, we could really win a championship here and we could really leave our mark in Seattle. And, the fans really embraced that. They embraced our families and everything. And there's such an appreciation for the city of Seattle. There is no NBA team, right? So we are, the main factor. And to set the standard of Seattle and just winning, like, that's all the Seattle fans really knew. It's like, we want to win. We want to make playoffs, all these things. And we were able to continue that as young, players in the league, which is not easy. So having that was huge. And then, we win in 18. Stewie gets hurt in 19, I think, or Achilles.
Yeah.
So it gets hurt in 19, then we come back and win in 2020, which is awesome. I mean, bubble season, that's like a whole nother podcast we could talk about because that shit was wild.
Stay tuned for that one.
Yeah. Come back to the warehouse and see what the bubble's like. So that was insane. And then, you kind of, when we played Vegas and Chelsea just went out of her fucking mind and destroyed us at home, game 3. That was in 21, 22. 22?
Yeah.
Man, that was like, we lost that game with 0.8, which you're like, I don't know how the fuck you guys lost with 0.8 seconds on the clock.
That was insane.
Yeah. It was insane.
That was wild.
That was easily one of the worst losses I've ever been a part of. Because like everything was happening. Sue just hit a 3. Like we just came back. Like it was just like, oh, we're at home. Like this
you could
is the game.
actually use that as a coaching tool to teach people not what to do. It was awful.
Situational ball, yeah.
But he's not wrong.
I mean, it was so bad.
He's not wrong. Like, it was bad.
It was so bad.
It was bad.
They got a layup.
I know.
Well,
Jackie slipped and got a layup on
it was insane.
I
hope that still doesn't haunt you.
Oh, for sure it does. It's just so bad. And the thing that makes it worse is that once that game finished, and everyone came back. Like me and Stewie, we signed to come back because we wanted to win for Sue. Like we want to win for Sue. Like she did so much for us, for the city. Like we got to finish on a high note. And that was like, we were, 0.8 away from really doing that in my eyes, right?
Yeah.
So we go back to the locker room and everyone's sitting down. Like Sue is like, she doesn't ever lose her cool. She lost her cool. And kind of all season, she was just trying to like, we wanted it so bad, and like everyone's crying and things like that. And I looked around the locker room and I'm like, this era is over.
Yeah.
We're done.
You knew it, huh?
I knew it.
So
I'm like, everyone's,
loss.
yeah.
That kind of broke
that kind of broke it.
Shattered the
It broke
glass.
it. I looked at everyone. I'm like,
damn.
That's it.
That's it.
Party's over.
Party's over.
I mean,
like,
that's
turn off the
crazy.
lights.
I never do
like,
that. I never
that was almost like your guys' like last dance type
For
thing.
sure. And we just knew it. Like, in the series wasn't over, but it was we were dead. Because like that hurt like the soul. Like the soul of the bass, like we couldn't get that back.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone's like, oh, like, coaches come in and like, we fought and this, we have another chance. And you can look like, no, we're.
And that was Noe coaching?
Yeah. And we were like, yeah, no, like, it
ain't gonna happen.
No, you can see it. And I think that's what it, like, why it haunts me so much, because you could see like everyone just broken. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a new change in Seattle. Like, what's gonna happen?
So before we even go into that part, I know we were talking about year 2 to year 3. Stewie gets on board. That like year 3 to year 6 was huge.
Yeah,
it was huge for you.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you were putting up numbers. You were doing incredible things. Weren't you all WNBA?
Yeah, that was 7.
Year 7.
I don't remember what that was. It was either 6 or 7. To be honest, I'm like not good with my stats. It's not my job.
Yeah.
But we knew we had the team to win those years. Like we had AC, we had Stewie, Sue. Like Sammy came. Like it's just the pieces was just coming in, and I'm like, wow. Like you kind of could feel it. Like no, this is gonna be scary. Like everyone's clicking, everyone's in shape. There's no drama. Like we never had drama.
Yeah.
Like never. We never fought. We hung out with each other all the time. Like we supported each other's families. Like there was no, like, it was a real family, like, connection. And I think just the time and everything, like, everyone developed on time. Like, it was just timing. Like, it was a special development. And so when we got to 18, we're like, yeah, it's.
Yeah. And then the fact that Sue was such a pro and she was able to push her career.
Yeah.
And stay in the game and be an elite.
100%.
That was part of it, too.
Yeah.
And I remember, you went back for the winter and trained with her.
Mm-hmm.
For the season for 2018.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I thought that was great for you.
Yeah, we did that, and then Stewie and I did that again in 2020.
Yeah.
Before we went down to the bubble, we're like, if we're going down to the bubble, we're fucking winning this shit. We are not fucking around. Like, I'm all about
coming down.
No, for real. We hooped together. Like, we were like so in sync, and we worked out like almost 2 weeks before, and then worked out with Sue was down there, and we were like, all right, well, we're gonna be ready. If we're gonna go down there, like we're gonna be the best in shape. We're gonna go down there and treat it like a business trip and win. And we were easily the best team.
Oh, I thought
by far.
It was.
I thought you played the most beautiful basketball on the planet.
It was amazing.
You guys were so good that year. The ball movement and the body movement was just, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's good basketball.
It was.
What do you think the biggest difference was between 18 and 20? Because ultimately, end result's the same, but processes are probably different, right?
Yeah, 18, it was almost like we knew we could win, but we were still, I don't want to say like, didn't want to jinx it or like fully believe it. But because everyone was so in tune with everyone, we was like, listen, like, we're not going to let you like think you're a bad shooter. We're not going to let you think that you're not ready. We're not going to like, it was a different kind of mindset of like, we should be winning and we're going to win because I know we were bad years before, but like, no, like we're so locked in and I'm going to always make sure you're good. Always make sure you're good. Like, you're not going to go back. And we had a different mindset of like, it's going to happen. We're going to find a way to do it and we're going to find ways to win. Right. And we're going to do this. And now look, we're in the playoffs. We win all these things. In 2020, we're like, yeah, we're winning this shit. We just knew. Like, we're like, yeah, like no one's fucking with us. Like, we are better than everyone here. Like, we had no drama. We have the perfect team for the bubble to be in this thing we can't leave. Like, we have the perfect team. Like, we just knew. Like, there was no doubt in our mind that we're winning. Like,
so it was the ultimate confidence.
Oh, for sure. Like, we walked in and we're like, yeah, like.
Did you notice a difference between Jewell 18 and Jewell 20? Like, big time difference? Like, was it a drastic change?
No, I think with Seattle in those years, to me, it wasn't about an individual. They played together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the basketball was so like pure, playing the game the right way, making decisions the right way, and with people being aggressive. So it was good. No, I thought they were just better at it because they'd been together a little longer.
Yeah, no, for sure.
2020.
But then everyone left. And I was there.
Except you.
Except for me.
The loyal soldier.
Yeah.
Soldier. Reporting for duty.
Yeah. When they were all leaving, were you thinking that maybe you'd leave too, or you just figured you'd stick it out?
Stewie and I talked about leaving. Like, what are we going to do? Like, do we stay? Do we leave? Whatever. And, when Stewie left, that was a big deal. Like, it wasn't a shock to me. And she called me and I could like hear in her voice. I'm like, bro, like, we talked about this before. I'm not surprised. Like, I totally understand. Like, I'm not feeling some type of way. Right. But that was the hardest conversation. One of the hardest conversations we've had, just because like that's my friend. Like, I'm not gonna play with my friend anymore, right? So it was a different conversation. But I mean, I thought about leaving. I'm like, where would I go? And I didn't think I was ready to leave, like development wise too, or just like I think I needed a year to like really grow in that local leadership spot. So I never had to really be a leader in Seattle. I didn't have to. Like, Sue was there when I got there and she like, we just had different leaders that talked, and I wanted to see like what I could do in an environment that allowed me to kind of just figure shit out. So that was like our thought process, or my thought process.
That's actually something I like about you. I like how you think things through like that. It's good. Smart.
So like
college dropout.
Yeah.
A lot of people do shit and they don't make plans. They don't plan it out. They just go into, they just say, okay, I'm going to go do it. And there's not a pre-thought out plan. Trust me, I've dealt with lots of people. And so, yeah, I think that when people think about things and think about their life, and I think your life shows that. Mm. Like, even when you were 11, you were throwing a tennis match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you planned that. I mean,
serve again.
That's good.
But basketball's cool, right?
Basketball's awesome. Like, I must go play with Mark and Nino. So pros will play, zone pickup. Yeah, screw this. None of my friends play tennis. The hell? Yeah. I'm out here by myself.
So in that process, so you hear the Stewie combo. Yeah. She's leaving. We talked because I remember we connected, and it was literally like draft night that we were talking. I'm like, yo, I think you guys are gonna draft Jordan Horston. Yeah, I called it. I was like, I think it's gonna happen, and lo and behold, it did. Yeah. But the learning curve, how steep? How different was it? How did you feel even going into like day one of like you're top dog, like you have to lead the pack?
I was actually excited because I think naturally I've always kind of been a leader, and I do it a different way. And what I always think about? The story that you tell that at Nellis West, when lost,
Niles
whatever.
North.
It was at Niles North?
Yeah, it was one of the most incredible things I ever. You were a sophomore.
Wow.
Yeah. And we had fall leagues.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd probably have 1,000 kids playing our fall league. Different teams, the high school teams would sign up, come and play. So Jewell's team got to the finals. They played a Libertyville team that beat them by 40. They drug them up and down.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Sum me out.
So I'm cleaning up the gym, end of the tournament. You know, we have 4 courts going, right? So we're picking up. And I see Jewell. All the Niles West kids are sitting in a circle around Jewell. Jewell's like, this is not who we are. We're not going to be like this. We're going to win games. We're going to play together. We're not, what we did here, this is not who we are. All right, now you guys get up and help clean this gym up. And all them girls, a lot of them are juniors and seniors. They jumped up and ran to clean the gym.
Damn.
I was like, all right.
Jewell laying down the law.
Yeah, I was like, all right. That's what I'm talking about. And that's after losing by 40. And she gave, and you know, and her team, her high school team did much better than that. They never lost like that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good. It was good leadership.
Built the foundation early.
I had to. I'm like, I just feel like I didn't realize this until probably maybe that season, but even the last couple of years, like I have a gift of like speaking and talking, but also like believing in people and making them believe in themselves. Like I don't know what I didn't think was a gift. I didn't think I really had that, but I feel like anyone I encounter, like I just find a way to. I guess my mindset is like a 5-minute conversation or a 10-minute conversation or a high five, like that moment is impactful. So like I want to leave a conversation feeling either impacted by your story or your feelings, whatever, and I want vice versa. And so like thinking like that, like I just always feel like that. So in sports, like shit's hard. But if I could try to make it not necessarily about the basketball, but about you being like finding your greatness and your gifts, it seems to kind of work out that way majority of the time. And sometimes people fight it and whatnot, but like that's just how I lead. Like I just believe that if you treat everyone like a 10, like they're gonna be a 15. But if you treat them like a 2, it might be a -4, right? Like I just think everyone should be treated a certain way. And so that's kind of how I go about my leadership. And like you understand that, then you understand the expectations of things, and then you hold yourself accountable, then that kind of goes through. And so it's funny that I'm like, everyone clean up the gym, but it's like that little thing is like no matter win or lose, like you're still a person afterwards. Like we kind of made this mess, like let's clean it up because it's still us, right? So that's kind of how I think about, I guess, leadership. I don't know.
I mean, they always say like if you inspire one person, you'll inspire 100, right? Because then your message carries on to the next person, and then the next person, and then the next person, right? Because then you continues to build relationships.
Yeah.
So leading the pack. Then we talked about the draft.
Yeah.
I clearly remember that day we were just chatting. We were on IG Live, just like, yo, they're gonna draft Horston. You're like, no. I'm like,
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Boom, Horston's drafted. That's sick.
Like I told you. I'm like, you're right.
And then I remember you were saying like this might be a tough training camp to start, but as the season progresses, I feel like I'll get it. Yeah. And did you feel like you inspired your team through that year? I know it was a down year in a sense, record-wise. You had a career year. You were balling out of your mind.
Thanks.
But like, do you feel like you had an impact on every single person on the Storm at that time?
I think so. I think my mindset going in was like, I want to make every person believe that we can win. Whether that's like, you know, everyone's talking about it's a rebuild and all these things, but it's like, if you could believe that we could win, who knows what happens, right? If you could buy in, and I just want to make sure that I'm taking each time and each day to learn my teammates. Yeah. If I can understand who they are, I could connect with them differently. If I understand the music that they listen to, then I could play those songs and connect with them there, right? Like foods, anything I could use to connect with my teammates, that's what I did. And so I'm like, win or losses, we'll get there. But we have to develop first, but we have to develop like our friendship first, our connection. Yeah. Because then when we're on the court and there's a confusion or whatever, we're able to like, you know that I'm saying it from a good place. Yeah. You know like how our relationship is. I know how to talk to you, you know how to talk to me. And doing that transition too, like I started using a life coach. And like Sherry's been phenomenal, and trying to understand like more about myself too. Because I want to be my best self as well. And I don't know everything. And I don't try to know everything. Why? Yeah. Like, you know, like I don't need, like I want to be able to still ask people questions and learn and everything like that. So learning about myself allowed me to be a better communicator, a better listener, a better teammate. And I think if I didn't have that foundation in 23, like I probably don't resign and come back.
Yeah.
Because it's just different. It's like, oh, what, we're going to be trash. Like, I'm going to leave. Like, like, it's not worth it. It's like sometimes those decisions to stay, like, really ruins your career. Like, that's like a career move, but it kind of shaped what 24 was.
Yeah.
In a sense, and why I stayed in Seattle. That makes sense.
So that 23 season, career year scoring.
Yeah.
I was watching games here. I'm like, bro, Jewell is absolutely torching the Nets right now. Like 40-point games, back-to-back 40-point games.
She was playing on one foot for half the season.
Yeah.
She had plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, I had to still
play. So she set the scoring record in half the year she was on plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, I had to still play in my shoe. And because the still plate was so heavy, I tore my quad. And I still played.
And you still played.
Yeah.
And All-Star MVP. How was All-Star MVP? Like going into that, because this is honestly like watching that, I'm looking at what they were saying like pregame and everything like that. There was odds makers like, dark horses like Jewell Loyd to win the All-Star MVP. I'm like, okay, what, I want to see if it's, she's gonna try to light up the Nets.
Did you bet it?
No. I didn't. Well, I live in California. I unfortunately can't. So.
we love it. We just talked about that. Living in Illinois.
Yeah.
I don't bet, camera. I don't
Bring
bet.
back the bookies. Bring back the bookies.
Yeah, bring back the old school.
Okay.
But going into that game, the All-Star game, like, what was the MO? What was your motive?
Well, I told Monte I just want him to hit 10 threes. 10 threes.
Did you hit 11?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to hit 10 threes. That's all I cared about. Like, I want to get hot and hit 10 threes. Because at that time, too, like, I'm hurting. I'm not trying to be, like, all fancy. Like, I just, whatever's easier, that's what I want to do. 10 threes. Like, keep it simple. I need to stay healthy to finish out the season, right? So, like, that was my mindset. And I think what's cool about that, too, and I mentioned it during the trophy ceremony or whatever, it was like, that was the last place I saw Kobe and Gigi. And there he was like, oh, you should go win MVP. At the time, I wasn't, I was actually injured there too. I did my ankle. And so we were talking and stuff like that. So to fast forward to when I won it, like it was like in Vegas, which is, I'm here now in Vegas, right? Yeah. So that's kind of cool too, right? Like I'm in Vegas, back in Vegas, and being able to win that and know that, Kobe was sitting there a couple years, prior, and we had the conversation about winning MVP and all these things. So it was just like kind of, a thank you or appreciation of like kind of full circle moment for me. So it was really cool.
That's
like
dope.
It was special. Like I wasn't putting too much pressure on myself to do it. I just want to hit 10 threes. That's all I want to do.
Oh, just 10 threes. Like,
yeah.
It's like,
in an
like
all-star
like
game.
It's layup lines. Like, I'm just going to make 10
I just want to hit 10 threes. Like if I'm lock and loaded, I'm shooting 10 threes. That's all I wanted to do.
Shout out to Steve for the 10 threes though.
Yeah. Well, my 3-point celebration, put your glasses on. Boom! Boom! Everyone from the warehouse, baby. Every time you hit a 3, so watch the warehouse. Boom!
See, the problem is, I don't know if you're making fun of me, which I think there's probably a little you busting my balls while you're celebrating making the 3. So
we're just busting balls.
It's what we do. I feel like it makes sense. It's just what
every good shooter has a celebration.
Exactly.
Right.
Mine just has a different
Steph's
story.
got the shimmy.
Yeah.
JR had like the wave of the thing with the. You know what I mean?
Was he strumming a guitar?
And that was Lance Stevenson.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That was Lance Stevenson. With the guitar with the shimmy. So I mean, every elite shooter, I would say nowadays has a celebration. So
thank you.
I like Steve's celebration.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when I do it, it's because the warehouse. And
there
to
we
make
go.
money, but and to the point.
All right.
And call you old, but it's fine.
And then I go to Atlanta to watch her break the record. So we drive, right?
Yeah.
So we're driving down to watch it. Stewie goes for 41 the night before, some ridiculous number. Yeah. So now Jules wasn't going to be able to get it that
I was like,
night.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah, you went. It took her like she did it like 3 nights later.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even like the whole record. I didn't like count my points or like my teammates were like, hey, I need you to shoot a 3 right now. I'm like,
didn't Stewie get to it first, right? Like she broke it and then you broke her record.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like caught up on it.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But like my teammates were like I remember Sammy, we were always stretched right before the game together. She'll look over at me. She's like, you got 25 in you tonight?
Yeah.
I'm like, how about 31? Like every day she's like, how are you feeling tonight? Like, let me know what I'm like, thanks, Sammy. She was always
you know what's cool about Sammy?
Yeah.
You know what's cool is like those kind of conversations are so encouraging when a teammate is like just privately just bantering with you. It just builds your confidence.
Yeah.
And I think like watching her play with like Australia, She's so good as a leader, man.
So good.
She's gonna be a great coach.
100%.
She's gonna be a great coach.
No,
She's got an absolute torch.
Man, she's just
her international career is like Hall of Fame. Like what she's done for Australia has been like epic. They won 2 bronze medals with her. Like
yeah,
it's very impressive.
Sammy's top notch. Like her family's amazing. And we've always had that really good connection. Like she's just a real honest person. Like there's no bullshit with Sammy.
Yeah,
like she is straight to the point, and she shows up. She's just phenomenal. Like I have so much appreciation for her.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Sammy's a dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
Absolute.
I hated guarding her in practice.
Got an absolute torch on her.
Oh, in practice? Hated it.
You hated guarding her?
Yes. She doesn't stop fucking moving.
Oh.
Yeah, she just...
And she's like she's sneaky athletic. You don't think she's grabbing like over my head rebounds. I'm like, God damn it, Sammy, relax. Like, well, I'll give you a coffee tomorrow morning. Just fucking relax, man. Like, no, she's great. We had some epic battles in practice. She's just so competitive. So competitive.
Throughout the years, like, how competitive was practice with you guys? Especially during the championship runs and like, you know, when you had Stewie there and everything. How competitive were those practices?
Well,
how many times you cuss somebody out, basically?
No, they got along good.
Not that much.
You guys had a good vibe. Like you guys just really got along. Too.
Yeah, we just wanted to work hard and get out of there.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really. I mean, we also had like this rule, like don't touch Sue, like do not get Sue injured. So like any practice player that like got too close, we're like, bro, back the fuck up. Like it's Sue. Like don't touch her. Let her shoot. Like let her land. You know. So like anytime you're like. We're very aware of like, do not injure any of us, but mainly do not injure Sue. Like, please don't.
I love how you're the bodyguard for Sue.
Oh my gosh! Like anyone got you too close, we're like, bro, like pulling the practice jersey back, like, you know,
easy.
Some practice players got kicked out. We're like, no, you're too much. Like, we can't have this around.
Too
like,
dangerous.
Protect, yes. Like on accident, you'll get her hurt. So like, no, get out. I need you to leave. Like right now, please. I'm telling you, it's wild.
Going from that All-Star game scoring record.
Yeah.
Like you said, unfortunately it was a down year. You guys didn't qualify for playoffs. And then the year that kind of changed everything up. Take us through
If I could play violin, I would.
Yeah, honestly.
Or guitar. Maybe some rock star.
It's almost like you did you see the end coming though, in a sense, going from 23 to 24? Beforehand, like you kind of it was foreshadowed for you or no? Or were you like, I'm gonna stick this out, play this out, do my thing, and then see what happens from there?
You know, Steve mentioned it before. He gave me some really good advice, and not a lot of people wanted me to go back. I think they saw it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, you were getting lied to, and you trusted the people that were lying to you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And like I cared a lot about Ezzy, Jordan, Sadie's, Joyner, like Sammy. We went through so much shit in 23, and the bond that we had was like way deeper than basketball. And so seeing like, I could see how Ezzy could get better. I could see how Jordan she needed me. Like I saw all these things. I'm like, I don't think I can leave yet. Like I really want to. Like I said, these decisions like can affect your like career.
Yeah.
You know, like real bad. And I just like, I can't leave them. Yeah. Not yet.
It's credit to you. Like you could have easily taken the easy way out.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. Trust me, a lot of people were like, bro, what are you doing? Leave. Like you're in your prime. Like, like I know I get all those things, but like you said, when you're being like manipulated and lied to.
Well, it's interesting for me to hear you talk about your relationship with the players, because it really goes to, I think, who you are and the fact that you were invested in their development and you were thinking about, hey, if I'm here for another year to help be with them, you know, I think that's great. That's like, those are good reasons. Like those are character reasons, like where you're not thinking about your career or your money. You're thinking like, hey, maybe I can invest in them and we can do it together.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
It was very noble, honestly. Like not a lot of people in your situation, I feel like, would have that kind of grit and that mindset of like, okay, we can get better. I can push you guys to another level. Yeah. And I can even push myself to another level to get there too.
Yeah.
Because in 23, you were carrying the load. You were wearing a weightlifting belt. Like you were powerlifting every single game. You know what I mean? Like 600 pounds over your head. Like that's how I felt. Sometimes watching your games, I'm not kidding. I'm like, damn, that looks like it's like not really struggling, but like it looks tough because like you're a one woman army.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a sense.
No, you're spot on for sure.
But yeah, that 24 season, like, you know, take us through, like, you know, the signings, the team chemistry, anything that kind of stood out, and did you find any kind of positives throughout?
Yeah, you know, like I really think the work I did with my life coach the year before
Mhm.
really helped me in 24 season. Because it allowed me, like, I've always kind of been really strong and like not really in my feelings. Like I'm like, oh, I'm like, I don't really like, I just don't, that's just not who I am. Like I'm just like, yeah. But in 24, I had to be in my feelings. I was forced to be in my feelings. I was forced to like be in touch with like knowing what's right and what's wrong and knowing how to deal with that and still trying to be productive in the chaos. And so 24, it was just different. Like, and I told this to ownership too. Like, I don't care. Like, we got a new practice facility, all these things. And I said, this is amazing. But if the people in this building aren't the right people, this means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Like we have to have the right people in this building. And that's what I always advocated. And in the years that we lost Sue and Stewie and our core, like the question was, how do we get our culture back? Like our culture has changed. Like we need it back. Like we want to win. Like it didn't just happen by chance. Like we had a certain culture. We had a certain like standard of how we handle things, how we treat people and all those things. And we kind of swayed from that. And so that was like my biggest thing. And so in 24, it's like the value of people was lost. And that's really, really tough to try to go and compete and win a championship when the value of people are just not there.
And someone like you, I know you're a big people person.
Oh my God.
Like you're the ultimate,
I love
like
people.
I would tell anyone this. If Jewell was in real estate, I swear she'd be like a crazy multi-millionaire real estate mogul. She could sell water to a well. Like, you know what I mean? She could just bond with people, get with people. Like, she brings a smile at you and everything. But like to hear that coming from someone like you was like so shocking in a sense.
100%. It's like I always kind of find a solution. And if I can't, then I bring people I know that can help. Like, what do I do? How do I do this? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, can you help? Like, are you good at this? And no one knew. Like,
Yeah, it was. If the messaging is not clear and there's not consistency, then what are you really dealing with? You know, and so I mean, I watched you. You got stuck in the lies.
yeah.
And and you know, you can't be told one thing and then when you confront it, I mean, how many meetings were you in with ownership? Like it's just
Like
I mean,
once a
you
week.
tried like you tried.
Right, yeah.
Like a lot of pros
Yeah.
would have just said, all right, let's just get this season over with and let me get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And you didn't. You kept trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Which I think because you cared about all your teammates.
For sure.
And they were all being impacted.
Yeah. I saw what it did to them. Like,
Yeah.
they saw how I was being treated and it affected them. I'm like, no. Like,
Yeah.
I need you guys to still like.
Well, the thing that was like, how do I say it? It was really like upsetting was how the people that they viewed as supporting you, they started marginalizing them also.
Yeah.
Now that part, like that's sick.
Yeah.
Like there's something really off, like
Yeah.
to do that, like where you're so on a mission that you're just not seeing the room because those are really nice people.
Right.
And it was wrong.
They're the warehouse people.
Like you suck. They can beat on
seriously.
you all they want, but like to go.
Yeah. That's
No,
what
I'm
but that's what like made me like
Yeah.
upset. It's like you could like treat me whatever.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I got tough skin.
Right,
Like,
you were in the war. You were
Yeah,
in that war. You were
like,
fighting to delegate for yourself.
Yeah,
right.
fight me.
Yeah.
But don't take it out on anyone else. Like
Yeah,
that's weird. Like
Yeah.
fight me. Like I have enough in my tool belt to
Right.
fight this battle. Like
Right.
I'm the one meeting with you guys. Like I'm trying to fix this, but like don't bring anyone else involved.
Yeah.
That's just like for what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then progressing throughout the season, like even with your guys' big wins, I remember you guys had a winning streak and everything. Nothing changed in a sense from ownership, like the way they were kind of treating you and the team and the people surrounding and the people in the facilities and everything.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business. It's it's the shitty part of business. And so regardless of what, like if I'm an owner, which, you know, I own a lot of shit. If I'm not making money, like I'm like, all right, how do we make money? How do we get people in the stand? How do we do this? Like we got to win to get this. And like it adds up. So as much as I care about the people in the locker room or care about the people that work in my Smoothie King, all these things, I'm like, we need to execute. Like, I get it, but right now, like, get out your feelings. I need you to produce, right? So there's a human factor, but at the end of the day, it's a business. So, like, you got to be able to produce on the numbers. The numbers have to match what you're trying to preach or what you're trying to grow and whatever that is, which is, it's a little tricky.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
And you're frustrated. Like, I feel like a couple games, I could tell, like, media, you were frustrated. Take us through some certain games. I know there was a viral media clip. I remember watching it. I was on Twitter scrolling. They're like, well, Jewell Loyd wants to talk about her rookies and her thing. And the question just ticked you off. Was it something that you were just like, I'm over it, I just want to get it done? Like, you were trying to like...
The thing about that clip had nothing to do with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Nothing. All my media questions, the only thing I always wanted to focus on was I was always going to praise my teammates. So I needed them to know publicly and privately what I thought about them. With all the chaos, they need to know that they're valued. Yeah. So like that, I didn't care about anyone else's locker room, any other team you play. Like my teammates are going to hear from me. If they're not going to hear from anyone else, they're going to hear from me how much I appreciate Nika and the rookies, Jordan, everyone. Like I'm just going to go down the line. So like, yeah, that got taken. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, bro, I really haven't even, like, it's not about them. Like you guys have no idea. This is like a message for my teammates. When they see this, they know exactly who I'm talking about and who I'm talking for.
It's crazy because like people like us like know you like and your personality and everything. And then like watching this is like, this is not really Jewell, bro. Like this can't be Jewell talking like no way.
Yeah. I go back and watch pictures of like last season. I'm like, this doesn't look like me.
Nah, you were in a, but you know what? I was watching you play today and I saw you when you came back. I mean, you are at a different level now. You've really, that it's so funny. I think about that. Not only do I think last year was your best season because of everything you had to overcome and you were leading the team, the players that wanted to be led. But you were also like, just, it's stimulated you now. You're different now. You're different. I'm telling you, you're different. Like you're more, you're just harder. Like you're stronger. Like it's just made you tougher. It's pretty cool to watch. And like it's impacted your training. You've got to another level. You're a monster.
Yeah. To say the least, right?
Yeah, you know.
But you've done it. I'm seriously, I was watching today, watching you play, watching your shooting. I'm like, all right, you're there.
I mean, that was my first time dealing with like trauma.
Yeah.
Like it makes me appreciate the warehouse and our community so much more because we just don't treat people like that.
No.
Like I'm not accustomed to like chaos. Like that's just not a part of our, and that if that comes into our circle, like we either find a way to change that person's heart to make them better or they just don't, they're just not there. So like for me being 31, 10 years into the league, and that's my first time encountering like real chaos. I was like, people deal with this every fucking day. Like their whole lives are like this. I only had 4 months of just this season. I was like, oh my God,
it's like a difference between you're dealing with confrontation. Like when you're dealing with confrontation, you can handle it right there and then that moment. And then you can learn from it, move past it, boom, next, right?
Yeah.
But chaos is just like continuously toxic environment. This, that. It builds up, and it snowballs. And then all of a sudden you're looking, you're like, damn, that snowball's coming for me right now.
Yo, 100%. I'm like running back. Like, this is just getting bigger and bigger. God damn, I gotta run. Like it's just a whole different like mindset. And I think what's so important, it's like I wanted to stay in Seattle. Like I wanted to retire in Seattle. Like that was like the vision. And
that was your vision.
That was my vision.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say that was my vision, to retire in Seattle, to give back to the city that literally raised me. I was there since I was 21. Like you build so much community around, and the fans and
the fan base is fabulous.
Unbelievable. I mean, they embrace
loyal
my family. Like, they were just anything I was a part of, they showed up to, and we just had a different appreciation for each other. And, that's the thing that made it like fuck. Yeah. It's like those people like that. That's what made Seattle.
Also, I thought the support staff really, you had a great bond with them too.
Yeah.
Security guards, secretaries.
Oh my God, they were awesome.
You got like, and again, that's the epitome of her. Like she's talking about how awesome they are.
Yeah.
Which is, she means it. And that's who we want to be. Like see people for who they are, not like the job title they have or their position. You see them as people.
Yeah,
that's
no,
awesome.
it's phenomenal. So like having that, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
my vision's changed. And I'm like, has it? Because I really want to win a championship. And so I had to like refocus. I'm like, I want to win a championship.
Yeah.
Like this is, listen, I realized that my relationship with Ezzy, Jordan, everyone that I, were really close to, those things are solid.
Yeah.
Solid. And them saying like, they're going to be okay. Like, go and do what you need to do was like,
the ultimate
thank
blessing.
you, God.
The
My
ultimate
gosh.
blessing.
Like, it's just like ripping the band off. I'm like, I appreciate you guys for like seeing that and knowing what we all went through. And then everyone understanding like, it's time. Like you've done everything you could.
Yeah.
We have appreciation. Like we won championships here. I have a very, very special place in my heart for Seattle, and even ownership. Like AV, like she drafted me a kid. Like you take a chance on a kid who's the youngest in the league. Like that's not, like they took a chance on me. So I'm forever grateful for them for allowing me to start my dream. But my dream is it's not done.
No.
And so I changed my mindset. I'm like, man, okay, like, well, I'm going to get traded. Like that's where we are right now. Like, what does that look like? I have no fucking idea. Never I don't know how this works out. Like, where do I want to go? I just want to get out of Seattle. Like, I just want to start over and help whatever team that wants to embrace me as a player, person, business owner, whatever that is. And like, I want to win.
No, definitely. And I know the conversations we had, like, we were texting, you're like, yo, I might not be here in the next 3 days. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, this and that. And then that and this. It's more like, hey, the GM's looking to do this. I'm getting shipped out and everything like that.
Yeah.
So with the whole, now you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
Trade, like, was there did you have a choice? Did you have, like, was it like, all right, Jewell, here are your 4 spots, pick one? Or was it like, I want to be at this place, this destination?
Like at the start of everything, I told my agent, like, just get me out. Like, I will find a way to make it physically, mentally, emotionally cannot be worse. Like I guarantee you.
Yeah.
I will put my life savings on this. It can't be worse. So she's like, okay. And I, told her certain teams, and I'm like, I don't like whatever works out. And I have the contracts and timing and, the CBA's next coming up. Like, I don't know, all these things. I'm like, I trust you, like, figure it out, And so, she's doing the work, and we're like, oh, we don't know if this could happen, And I told them, like, I don't want to know until you actually absolutely know that I'm going somewhere. So she didn't really talk to me a lot. And I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I want to go down Rival. I just want to clear my head, like, get back home, like, do all these things. I don't want to worry about that. I'm eating dinner. I get a text like, hey, you're probably going to go to Vegas in 20 minutes. What? She's like, yeah, you're going to Vegas probably. Put the phone down. I'm like, there's no way they're sending me to fucking Vegas. Like, a contender, like playing with Asia and Chelsea. Like, there's no way. I'm cutting my steak. I'm about to take a bite. My phone rings from Asia. I pick it up. She looks at me. I look at her. She's like, oh shit! We start like going in. Like, I'm like, no, like it happened. Like my phone starts vibrating. Like, zzz. I'm like, no fucking way. We couldn't.
Well, when you asked me, you said you went through all your list of teams. You said, okay, where do I go?
Yeah,
I go Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, go to Vegas.
I'm like, there's no way they're sending me there. Like, why would you send me to Vegas? Like, there's no,
Well, that's where I thought, because of how they treated you, helped you. Because, and then I thought you holding them accountable helped you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had the meeting where you had them investigate themselves.
Yeah.
You would have got what you wanted. I don't think you would have. I don't think you'd have been leveraged.
Yeah.
But I think by them getting exposed and having to deal with some of that out in the public, I think that helps your position. I do. I believe that. I don't know if I can prove it.
Yeah. No, I was.
Because I agree with you. Like, why would you, if you're in the same conference, give the best team your best player, even though they tried to make it like you weren't, but you were.
I just didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, but that goes, so.
I was in shock.
So when you were talking to Steve, like, okay, which team makes sense? How many more people were you talking to? I know you were like kind of mentioning like, yo, I might be in Vegas or I might be in Chicago, but like how many people in your circle where you're like, what do you think works best for me? And they gave you an opinion.
Steve, Jarrett, Monte.
And we all say the same thing.
All say the same thing. It's like, on the count of 3, say what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Vegas.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah. Honestly, I was thinking the same thing with Vegas. The only reason why I was like Chicago, like come back home, homecoming, like that would be kind of sweet,
Yeah.
Did you watch Chicago play?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news here,
love this
Steve.
guy.
But
Hey, I'm rooting for Chicago.
But you could
I
have.
want them to win.
Yeah.
I love Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff Pagliacca, the GM, great guy.
Yeah.
I want him to win.
trained him.
Ann Crosby, love her.
Yeah.
Great. Those are good people.
They're
My guy Zach Monahan is a practice player
Yeah.
over there, or like he practices with the team and everything like that, and does like training 1-on-1.
I know Zach Zach.
Yeah, Zach Monahan's a dog.
Boy,
Man.
dude, he was.
Frem's finest. Shout out Zach Monahan, man.
Yeah.
Let's go, Maddie.
But he went to Frem's.
Yeah, Frem. Frem's finest. That was a man.
You know your stuff.
What was I getting?
Like, how do you know these people? You know, it's like
I know you're honestly like you have a Rolodex. Like, oh, just pull this. All right, and this card is like,
or I'm like a dinosaur. You know, I've been around a long time.
I didn't want to call you old.
one of the two.
I didn't want to air you out like that, Steve.
But
I hear myself out. Don't worry.
So you get the call from Asia.
Yeah.
Everything's going on. I'm finding out because it's scrolling. Nino says like, "Yo, check your phone, check this link, and then call Jewell." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Bro, just open the link." I look. It's like the source. I forgot the source name. It was like a Shams Charania of like WNBA. Forgot her name. I'm so sorry. But it's Jewell Loyd is according to blah blah blah. Jewell Loyd is going to Las Vegas Aces according to the source and all that. So I'm like, damn, okay. And then I texted him. He's like, yeah, it's going down.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me make sure. He's like, call Jewell, bro. Call Jewell. I remember I called you. It was like the Bills Chiefs game.
Yeah.
I was like, what's up? I was like, what's up? And then you were just like,
I was like, yo.
You know, that face, the look, the face,
it's happening. It was.
And then I was like, yo, now you're part of the Vegas crew.
Unreal. Like, I feel like I was in shock until I actually like got here, like moved all my stuff in, like got settled in. It didn't seem real. I'm like, what? Like, I'm about to play with like my friends. Like, that's the cool thing too. Like, I've known Asia and Jackie and Chelsea for years. And our families, like, they hang out, they get along, all these things. So like, I know them. Like, they're actually my friends.
Yeah.
Like playing USA basketball and all these things. So like,
so cool.
Now coming here, I'm like, wow, like I can actually like cheer for you guys now. Cause look, like, like when you're playing against each other, like Asia hit a shot, I'm like, that shit was fire, bro. Like, but I had to like hide it, like I could, like, damn, like Chelsea, but now it's like I can actually show that appreciation for who they are as people, but as players too. And it's just awesome. Like, I don't know, like it's just everything worked out exactly how it was supposed to be. Because I remember when I had a chance to be here, prior, it's like, no, like, that's an option, whatever. And, they ended up winning, championship. I'm like, fuck. Like, damn, missed that opportunity. But like now it's like, no, like we're really building something bigger than basketball here, and we're back in the fold of things, and it's just a beautiful opportunity.
The Aces are back, baby. I mean, you get to practice against the best. Like, you're practicing against the best in the world. Yeah. When it comes to Asia, Chelsea, Notre Dame alum with you, Jackie Young. Like,
right. It's a squad.
You're like, how the practice is gonna be like when it comes to one-on-one drills? You're gonna be going at people. Get better, or iron sharpens iron.
Oh, 100%. This group, like, they're just competitive. And the cool thing is like they want me to be at my best. Like, I want them to be at their best. And there's not like, oh, damn, like, I don't want Chelsea to, bring up the ball. Like, go. Like, it's none of that, no petty shit. Yeah. It's like, no, like, you do what you do because we need you to be that.
So let me ask you a question. You have a deep love for the game of basketball. I'm not saying in 24 did you lose any type of love for the game of basketball, but did you ever sit back and like, damn, I kind of hate this for a second?
Oh, 100%. It's like, this shit sucks. Like,
damn.
This is bad. Like, it was, like, I don't know. Like, if Monte wasn't there, I would have sat out.
Yeah.
I would have had a mental breakdown. I mean, I did have a mental breakdown.
Well, it's hard when your boss is lying to you.
Yeah.
And then trying to make it like she's the victim.
Yeah.
It's hard.
No,
it's hard to deal with.
That is hard. Yeah, I think in any job, shit. I think in any job that's hard.
No, it's just like different. Like, I was, even like even before going to playoffs, like I hurt my knee, and it's like you're going through an injury, and like they don't really believe you, and like I don't know if you're injured, and I'm like, if I want to be ready for playoffs. Yeah. Like, I hate missing games. Like, who wants to just practice or sit out and just not play games? It's like even those little things, I'm just still like, gotta make it work. I gotta make it work. I gotta show up for my teams. I gotta do all these things. And it's like, I could have like, fuck this. Like, I'm hurt. I'm not playing at all. Like, I shouldn't play at all. Like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Like, I shouldn't give you anything anymore. Like, I've given everything I could to this organization, to the people, to the city, all these things. And now you're questioning like my integrity. Now you're personally attacking me.
Your health.
Yeah, my health. And I'm like, I'm not like, I will play. the year before, I played through like every injury possible, you know, like, and just finished the season. And now you're like, it's, you know, and like, it's a serious injury. You know, I took time off after and got right, but I played still in the playoff game. So I'm like, I don't want to let my teammates down. I still was like not 100% playing and like got ready, did everything I need to do, like all these things. And it's like,
if you ever want to see the truth about what happened in Seattle, watch game 2, third quarter. You guys can't score as a team, and they've got you benched.
Yeah.
For the whole quarter. So you can see the thought process of the coaching staff. Because they need buckets. It's the playoffs, and they're benching you.
Me and Tammy.
Yeah.
Sit next to each other.
Yeah.
One of our
I mean,
Like,
that's where film doesn't lie, man.
Yeah.
Film doesn't lie. You watch film, it'll tell you the story. You can see what coaches do. You can see who they favor. You can see it all.
No.
And the film doesn't lie. What my favorite thing though is that you're at the end of the bench, game 3, and some of the players are crying. And those players were favored throughout the year. They're like, I just want to go home. I just want to go. It's the best. The ones that were protected are sobbing.
It's not funny, but it's hilarious.
Well, because they were trying to use those players to the maximum of their ability and not use you to help them. And those players got stressed out and they got overcooked. Like, of course.
I wish this is all like Maple Leaf.
It's not.
This is all truth and honesty. Like, that's what you're going to get every single time you're on this pod. It's all honesty, bro. All the time.
So crazy.
It's just, I think it's very easy for a person who went through what I went through to be bitter and to have a lot of hate and like animosity towards everybody and just like, fuck you all, you know, like just
let the chopper sing.
100%. You're like, bro, like load the clip. Like, you know, just like you just have so much.
You're
like
Tony Montana and Scarface.
Yes, I don't know my little friend. Like
blowing up the door.
Oh, 100%. And I have none of that. I have so much peace. It's like insane. I have so much joy. It's insane. And I think when I wrote that letter to Seattle, like that was
good.
Yeah.
Pure just how I felt and how I feel now. Like I have nothing, even towards the organization, ownership. Like I text AV, like I have like none of that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the growth of who I am and where I'm at in my life. It's like, I get it, understand it. Like, and to me, it goes back all the way to Notre Dame and how Muffet dealt with her situation, because 10 years later, she apologized. Said, I'm so sorry. I didn't see the vision that you had. Wow. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't handle that the right way. And she said, like, 10 years later.
Wow.
Right? And I had to handle that as an adult, as 21, and I had to, like, be mature.
That's cool.
Yeah. You know? And then 10 years later, she says she's sorry. So I've been through shit at Notre Dame that I had to make a big life decision, big life choice. Like, everyone's saying, like, it's a bad idea, all these things. I leave, do that, and have the career I have. Same thing here. Like, it's like you go through shit, and, like, I tell this to my brother all the time, like, sometimes you feel like, damn, like, is it me? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it's really just the box is just too small for you. It's not you. Like, you just outgrown it. This is what it is. And so, like, that's what I feel would happen. It's like, I just outgrown this. Like, I'm dropping limes.
Yeah. Big fish.
No, that's good. I like that.
Like, it is. Like,
it's
good. Not just, it's just, you've been in this box and now you're just done. And so having that mindset allowed me to be like, yeah, like, I get it. Like, it's just a fucked up situation and things went weird and got weird, but it's not the end of my journey or my legacy or what I do. Because I know I impacted people in Seattle, fans, ball kids, like everybody. And I know they had an impact on me. And that's what like life, it's like really about. It's like the impact you leave and impact you give. So I'm not walking away like, but I'm like, okay. I'm ready to play though.
Yeah, you might enjoy that.
I'm ready to play the game though, but I'm ready for that encounter because it's just different. But I'm walking like I have so much like my life. It's just different.
You found a
warehouse is just different.
Yeah, warehouse is just different, man. It just hits different. But you found it's like a newfound joy.
Man.
You know that you always loved playing basketball, but now it's like almost a different type of love. Yeah. Now, because you see it, and you see how you've grown as a person. You see how you've grown. You know, from your rookie year, like we just mentioned, or we mentioned earlier, to now, that 10 years is huge. And now playing against the Storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going into Seattle.
The thing is,
can I tell you this? if they don't get you a video tribute, I'm gonna be pissed. If they
didn't-
don't do no video
you know-
tribute for you,
You know what's crazy? They didn't give one to Stewie.
damn.
Eesh. That might be a
Cut the show.
yeah,
right
that
there.
might be a mic drop right there. Right. That's
They don't get
right. So let's not bank on that.
yeah.
I'm, like, but the thing too, like, going back and being in Seattle and all those things, like, I'm going back with some fucking dogs.
Oh yeah.
I'm going back with people who rock with me
Oh,
through
yeah.
and through.
That's
I'm going
right.
to every single gym this year with people who have my back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that allows me to be the savage that I've always been.
Yeah.
That allows me to be me all the time. I don't have to hide my greatness. I don't have to hide or like not show 100%. I can fully be myself because I have people from all the coaching staffs here, all the players, like they see that. And they're bringing out another side of me that's like, I haven't seen since high school.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy.
It's interesting. I really think that Seattle, like the last year in Seattle, has been really good for you.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a jump off point for your next stretch in your career. I really do. I think your approach has been great. You've got your body in great shape. You're playing great. Like,
Yeah.
so,
You ready?
Bro, can't wait. I cannot wait. Like,
That press conference got you juiced.
oh, 100%. I walked
Walking in that building feeling good, huh?
I walked in like, damn, daddy. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just a whole different feel. Like, like you walk in and it's like the standards is excellence.
Yeah.
That's what you see walking. I'm like, it damn sure is. Yeah,
That's right.
That's right. Like,
Yeah.
it better be, and that's, you feel that all through everyone. Like the organization is top tier, and you wanna be around like-minded people. It just makes you better, and that's what I feel.
And getting along with the ownership group,
Yeah.
getting along with everybody, GM.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, Vegas like came in and they set the tone right away. They had everyone like, oh shit, like they might be a problem.
Yeah.
Right. And so now everyone's kind of changing their mindset and things and strategy. But just in general, I think, Mark Davis has been excellent as an owner. And he cares and he really wants to make a shift. And he sees the trend, the trajectory of women's sports, and he understands that, and he's willing to take risk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome to be like that, because that's how I am. Like, I like to take risks,
Definitely.
basketball wise, but in the business aspect too. Like, I'm more like, why not? Like, we'll figure it out. Like, I feel like we have the right people around to make things work. And so, like, if you don't know how to do something, like, he finds and they find people that could come in and help bring out the best of each person. And that's what makes, that's what's going to make this season different. Becky did a good job of bringing the right people in, and I'm just excited. Like, I'm like, the newbie, so I'm just like, everything's like so cool. I'm like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tip my window. Like, everything's like fascinating. Like, there's nothing that I'm like, damn, this is awful. I'm like, it's great. I got a charger in my locker.
Yeah.
Like, like I got, everything's just like fascinating to me.
That practice facility is dope too.
So nice. They did a great job.
Oh my God.
It's
The amenities, everything. I just feel like Vegas is such a fresh start.
yeah.
Such a fresh start.
I was in the airport, man. There was a lot of people that didn't look like they had a very fresh start when they were leaving Vegas.
You come in with a smile and you leave with sunglasses on, and
you leave maybe hungover, broke, and sad.
it's a wild card.
You never know what you're gonna get.
They were looking rough, man. And it was a Tuesday morning.
I love that.
A crazy Monday night.
Ready for this game? You got a nice stretch. You're playing the Storm twice in a week.
Yeah. It's I think we might go to LA in between, or I don't know, but
playing on the 25th.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
catch Jewell playing again on the 1st.
Yep. Yeah.
And then before that, LA, that's a hectic schedule.
No, it is. I mean, the W moves, man. We play a lot of games, and I think just in the whole like totality of the league right now, it's a really, really good place.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's phenomenal, and people are getting better. Like, the pace is, moving. People are just more creative. I think the confidence of each player has just grown, and it's just way better basketball to watch.
100%.
For you coaching Jewell, like, how much of the progression have you seen, not only from Jewell, but like the rest of the league, how they're going by storm? Like,
oh, the
this
league,
women's
the
game
league
is
used
insane.
to be maybe one or two teams for like a decade. It wasn't like now.
Like, no parity.
Right.
Mhm.
Now there's like 5, 6, 7 good teams.
Yeah.
And every team has good players. Like the whole level of play in the WNBA is raised. It's awesome. You know, it's like it's a really cool. It's a cool place where the league's at right now. It's a really
definitely.
cool place.
Oh, it is. I mean, for sure.
Fun.
I mean, everything that's happened in my career, you know, I think, like you said, I think the next 10 years will be my best. Like off and on the court, I think things are just aligning. I mean, even just be on the pod. Like we talked about this years ago.
Oh,
you know, like
I was on fruition.
Yeah, I mean, I was on your first spot, everything, and like now, like you know, being able to just share stories and like lessons and just like tidbits here and there, and you know, just being us is really cool. And I think that's the biggest thing I've kind of learned is like, regardless of where you're at in your life, like you have to be yourself.
100%.
You have to. Like, there's why? Like, why else?
Yeah.
Like, I can only be me. I can't really be you or anyone else. So why shy away from that? You know. So
everybody has their own story and their own journey too.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what you're gonna hear on the Warehouse. That nailed it.
Damn. That was Jewell. That was great. That was great.